Hey, it's Sensei Kage. Decided to go ahead and finally pump out that advanced knifing video. So this contains a lot of important tips for keeping alive and just killing people. So make sure you pay close attention. So here I make the mistake of running out in the open. So I'm gonna run along here on these pillars. You see how open I am? I have pretty much no cover, and everyone can see me, and my silhouette is obvious. So I'm gonna slow it down here. And you see here I'm at these pillars, and you see there could have been someone in the hallway, someone at the top of the stairs, and there's that guy. He kills me. That's just a bad move. Watch your back. You see how this guy just jumps down, doesn't check behind him, doesn't check anything, just goes after someone? Well, he gets killed. He wasn't watching his back, was he? So on this one, see if you can spot what I'm about to say. So I'm just walking along, minding my own business or whatnot. Now you see that? Now there's actually a little bit more advanced than you'd think. Now I'm about to run into an open area where tons of enemies can probably see me or might see me. I don't know. So what I do is I stop and I start walking. So that way, if I need to run behind the tree, for instance, I have all that sprint. Now when I get to the top of the stairs, I don't run through that corridor looking for targets. I immediately go against the wall. So if someone comes out of there, for instance, I can immediately stab them. So once again, if you see an open area or whatnot, don't immediately just start running around. If you run out of sprint, you're kind of screwed. So once again, slowly going up the stairs. Don't immediately just run into wherever the hell. You sit here and wait for a couple of seconds and be patient. So if I ran through that door, for instance, I'd probably get killed. Now on this one, avoid fancy kills if you can, because typically you might screw them up. See, like that, I fell off the railing. But I do end up going to this room and killing him. Now I'm going to walk you through that a little bit though. So let's say I'm sitting here camping waiting for somebody. The thing is, he's beneath me. Like he's a lot lower, so I might not have been able to kill him, assuming I was even still on the railing there. So you notice how I run the railing and then I fall off a little bit. And I completely miss him. Now here's where it gets advanced though. So he runs in there. Now I need to predict where he's going to go. If I'd gone onto the right side here, when he fires the RPG, he would have killed me. Because I would have been right where that guy is. Hell, I even took damage from him firing it. But he would have just killed all three of us if I'd done that. Alright, so now I'm really going to slow this down here just so you can really understand what I'm talking about. So a good way to get people is predict where they're going to go. Now I know that room has an opening at the back of it, and I see him go to the right. So I know that he has to go to the left though to the opening, or at least that's where he has to go if he wants to go to that opening. So I go to the left to head him off. So you see how he's going there or whatnot. If I'd gone to the right, this guy that he nails with the RPG, I would have gotten hit just with him, and I would have died. So I'm coming up from behind here because yes, he's going exactly where I thought he was going to go. He doesn't actually go in there. But still. So boom, get hit with the RPG. So try and keep that in mind in the future, is predicting where people are going to go. Or at least, okay, if I was that person, where would I go? Well, he went to this room, and I know he's probably going to go to the little outpost so he can fire an RPG at some of my people. Just the opening room over there. So this part might not seem as intricate, but it's still important. You see how I'm like, wherever I'm going, I'm keeping an eye on where people might come from, like for instance the stairs back there, or up ahead. Even when I look down here for targets, I keep my eyes on there for the last second. As soon as I leave, I may look for where people are coming from. And look who shows up, same guy as before, with the RPG. Now when I enter this building, you'll notice how I look to the left, so when I first go in there, I can immediately see the corridor. So I immediately see, an ally is over there. So obviously there's no enemies. But when I enter the doorway, I immediately look to the left because that's where people are going to come from. I don't just blindly rush to a building. There's a grenade there. Your first instinct is probably like, oh my god, leave the room. Well, I might not even have time to do that because I didn't even realize it was there until I was in the middle of the room. So instead of immediately trying to leave, I just try and gain as much distance away from the grenade as possible, not just straight up leaving the room. So that's something else you need to remember. Alright, so on this part, what I mainly want to focus on is pretty much just paying attention to sound. So for instance, here when I climb up on this, you hear that grunting? Everyone can hear that. Even when walking, you hear about how my footsteps change on different surfaces. If someone was camping in there or nearby, they can immediately tell, okay, there's someone in the camper. Even climbing up a ladder or whatnot, or just plain old running around. Like on the stairs, different type of footsteps, especially when I'm on there. And remember, when you land, when you make whatever type of noise, you can go up the ladder. There's just so many different noises that you make. You need to be careful about this because it will give you away. Yeah, listen to the ladder. You hear that? Someone will know you're coming. And however, this works both ways. So, if you make sure you don't make a whole lot of noise. But at the same time though, you can use noise to track someone. I can't tell you how many times I've been able to do that, and I've been accused of hacking, but it's just like I know where you are because I can hear all the different footsteps that you make. So that is something to pay attention to. That sounds like a real novice thing to say, but to be honest, a lot of people don't think about the different types of sounds you make. See, even climbing up that, you make all this noise, and you'd be surprised how often this gives you away. The ballistics knife. See, You'd think, you remember in game, it's fairly quiet, but as you can see here, it's fairly noisy, and it will give you away. So remember, keep your eyes and ears open. As before, keep your eyes open where people could be, and in this one, keeping your ears open. So one thing a lot of people need to do is practice. I know you don't like to do that, and it sucks, but that's how you get better. Um, Another huge thing people have problems with is coming across grenades. I mean, most people's thing is to run away from them, but really you should just get a habit of throwing them back, especially if people have martyrdom. So just go into server yourself or party it up with a friend, knife fight with them, and both have martyrdom on. Just practice throwing it back, and it'll get it down so far that like throwing back grenades is just pure reflex. So that's like your first instinct. What is to just throw grenades back? It'll save your life. Another thing, you want a map like I'm just using COD 4 as an example, but there's lots of places to climb, for instance. So to help work on your footwork and your overall control, you can just go into a map where there's tons of stuff to climb on and just kind of run around and do whatever. I'm totally failing right now. So yeah, High Rise on Modern Warfare 2 is a good one. I don't know anyone on Modern Warfare. Um, what's it called? Firing Range is another good one. There's a lot of fun places to climb up there. So, but yeah, grenades and control. Now, control is everything, and I mean that. So here's a good test of control. You need to have console enabled to go there. Options, multiplayer. Maybe this isn't it. Give me a second here. Game options, enable console, yes. You press the tilde key, which is to the right of your, or to the left of your one. Type in slash sensitivity. Mine's at 15. Now, get screw with yourself and put at 100. So now when I move the mouse just slightly, like if I move the mouse back and forth, I rotate like 5 times or whatnot, and it makes it extremely hard to run around because the slightest movement of the mouse and you look over here or whatnot. So if you get under enemy fire or whatnot and you start freaking out and looking everywhere, well, you're probably going to die then, just like you normally would if you panicked during a knife fight. So, maybe go into a server or whatnot, or once again, grab a buddy and knife fight with them. Or if you want, you can add me on Xfire, and we can party up. That's my Xfire. So, anyways, um, yeah. So just do this for about 5 or so minutes, and it'll be irritating. I promise you, it will be irritating. However, it will teach you a good amount of control because that's the only way you're gonna win. You're not gonna win by just blind luck or whatnot and randomly slashing and everything. So you need to learn to be able to control the mouse, which then you'll be able to start learning how to control yourself in really intense situations. So also doing this while running around a map that has a lot of stuff to run around on is also very beneficial, except for it's extremely tough. But yeah.